Now, these are some of the slides that we are going to be sending you over every day, and also short videos. We realize that the videos, recorded meetings, are always consume a lot of data. You find the video is 2 hours and we explain the content is. So we are going to also record some videos which are short but cover all the content, and we shall be sharing with you via email or WhatsApp for you to proceed now. So I'm just going to take a recap for what we have been doing before we can proceed, and also take questions from you if you need some explanation, something for the past 3 days, what we've learned and you've not understood. Today, we shall be sharing that. And I want it to be more of an interactive session. So I will also be expecting participation from you. And since we are now not so many like we started, so it will be good if all of us start collaborating. We know each other, and we can also learn from each other to make this more interesting. So this week we talked about the Scratch website we downloaded, and we told you if you can't download, you can just come here. Sorry, it's raining this side. I think that's why my internet is slow. But whenever I go off, just be patient. Then I'll always come back because of the internet challenges while working from home. Now, so let me just go through. We did this. We looked at the Scratch interface. I will send you this note, so don't worry. I'm going to send you just immediately today after this workshop. Then we were looking at how to use looks, motion, sound, events, control, sensing, operators. At least we have used an instruction from each of these categories. Then we also looked at how to save the project. And this is well explained. These slides are well explained. So if I send them to you, they will be able. You can also, when we teach you, there are people at home who didn't manage to come to this session. If you understand very well, then you can also try to explain to them such that many children are empowered. And we tried to make the cat to talk. We made yesterday animations to talk, and we were using the say hello. Those are just stories. And then, yes, this is what we did. And just to proceed very fast before we start, I can run fast. We did all this, and we explained why we use the forever. We use the forever when we want something to happen continuously, like to keep on repeating itself without stopping. It's in maturely for us at university, we call it iteration. Iterating is going about something, rotating, rounding something without stopping. And that's why we use happening forever. I'm going to be singing forever, doing something continuously. So that's what we talked about. This is a condition. And we also try to look at the costumes, and I told you that these are just pictures. When they go together, we come up with something which is like a video, but they are just always pictures. All the animations we always watch, they are not recorded using a camera, but you just take pictures or draw, then you'll be able to come up with the animation or the video or the game. Now, so someone is saying, remind me, sir, how to add the text of a talking person. Thank you. All right, so I will do that. I will do that. Let me first finish explaining this slide, then I will also go to that part. So we also talked about, yesterday we were just using next costume, but you can have switch costume. If you want to have like 10 costumes, just be switching to the costume you want, the costume you decide. So we have also switch costume 2, costume 1, 2, or 3, or whatever we have. And then you put them together such that it keeps on going and coming back. Then we have the weight. We talked about the weight. You don't want something to be doing something without, even when I'm walking, there is a lag, or maybe I skip a step. When I skip a step, before I take the other leg, I always have to first I take the other leg in front, then I wait for 1 second before I move the other to make the step work. So that's why we also have the functionality of waiting. Then we also looked at, we told you that you have to put your blocks together in order for the code to work. And you can always split them, put them separately, but it always has to have the event. Here we have no event, this code cannot work. So you can have weights between each steps as you want them to appear. And so you're going to read through these slides. When you don't understand, then just send me an email, send us an email. You can send us a WhatsApp, and we shall be more than happy to help you. Now, we also talked about if on edge bounce, you don't want something to move continuously and go through a wall. You want it to sense and say that now I've reached a wall, I should bounce back. Or if you're playing or making a game for table tennis or tennis, you don't want the ball to go past the field, so you can use if on edge bounce. So we shall be looking, this is very easy. And as you see, this is one program, this is one program. Each program which has an event, like when green flag is clicked, is a complete program on its own and can be run up independently. Then I remember someone was asking me, my cat is coming back when the head is down. We fixed that by using this block, which has set rotation style, left to right, and then the cat came back walking normally. Then you will also read through these slides and try to practice this, then we shall also guide you more. And we also loved how to add backgrounds. I taught you how to download your own backgrounds. I taught you how to get the backgrounds which are already in Scratch. And today I'm just going to be teaching you how to draw your own backgrounds. That's where creativity comes from. I want you, when you go back home or when after this session, you try to tell your friends that creativity is a conflict of ideas. When you bring many ideas together, they make creativity. And just like when we are doing fine art, when you add different ideas on your drawing, the art is going to come out fantastic and everyone is going to grab it, paying more money than even you had listed for it. So we are going to be thinking critically, solving problems and applying our creative skills to solve world problems. We are not teaching you Scratch to make only games, or we are not teaching you innovation to make only games and animations. We shall be showing you what the projects are. Sean yesterday was with us, and today I think he will join us. We have also Kyle and other people who have been winners. We shall bring you next week the winners, who are the people who have been winning maybe since last year, and they show you the projects they have been making. They have made projects which help in hospitals, projects which help in education, in other fields, and we shall show you how to, they will be explaining to you how to go about them. Then we also learned how to save, and also that was it, what we learned yesterday. So these slides are going to be sent to you today, and you take your chance to practice them. Now today I'm going to share my screen and we start over with today's discussion. But before, as we start over today, in case you feel like you want to share something, you want to teach it as a skill, you learned something new and you also want to tell your friends, let it be like we are learning from each other. Right now, you should also be able to share your ideas with us. You raise up your hand, then I will select you. And then we give you 1 minute or 2 minutes to also share with us what you have or what you made and how you went about it. Now, and that's how people learn, and that's how other people, other children out there learn, because if you don't team up with your friends and learn from your friends, then it may be hard for you to learn from only the teacher. So today we are going to be looking at how to draw our own sprites and also how to draw our own backgrounds, and then we shall be, at least even today we should also try out to make a game and maybe to make an animation. Then we also learn some other extensions, and then we shall be more prepared now to do advanced some bit of advanced programming, which now involves using more techniques. So at this point here, I just want to go to, in this case now, I want you to delete the cat because you are going to be painting our own cat. So I delete my cat, and upon deleting my cat, maybe, let me just first mute it. If you want to talk, just raise up your hand. Okay, now that should be good. And so if you want to talk, you raise up your hand. So someone asked in the group how to add, remind how to add a text to a talking person. So in case this person, let me just get maybe one person. I illustrate that before we continue. So if I have Abby here and I want to add the text to Abby, I go first to when green flag is clear, or to events, and I say, maybe when this sprite, let me now try today, when this sprite is clicked, what should I do? I'm going to go to looks, and I say, so you go to looks and you get the say. If you can choose the one which doesn't have a time limit, or this one which just says for 2 seconds, then the conversation continues with someone else. Then you write what you want to write inside here, and you go to events, then look for broadcast, and broadcast that message. You call it the person. If this is Abby, you call it Abby1. You click the message, then new, and call it Abby1. So when someone clicks on this, on her, she will speak. So that's how to add the text. We also talked about how to add voices, and we shall also be looking at how to record. We also talked about how to record your voices, and we shall now be trying to now master all that, and also how to so someone says, I'm afraid the network is really bad. Sorry, even this side, the network is too bad. It's raining heavily today. So let's just try to cope and see whether it's going to get any better with time. So Ruthie says, my work really doesn't save. I don't know how, but when you try clicking on this file, after maybe writing the name of the project here, this is maybe Abby's, after writing the name here, then you click on file and then click on save to your computer. It should save, it should just save automatically. So if you still face challenges, then please, after this session, then you can send us, maybe send me an email or a WhatsApp message, then we can have a Zoom, maybe a Zoom meeting for 10 minutes or 5 minutes to really show you that. If it's a phone, for those of you who are using phones and they are giving you challenges to save, then after this training, let's have, you remain behind for 5 minutes, and then we shall go through that. For 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how to save. So let's proceed. And anyone who has challenges, let me first finish this, then we go through that, or we shall have a short 5 minutes after this. So I've already explained this. Now I delete this. And today we just want to try out drawing, simple drawing. And to do the drawing, we're also going to look at how to use functions today. So in this case, I want to begin by drawing just a simple, let me just draw a simple sticky, let's try to draw a sticky diagram. So I come to where there is choose a sprite here. Then instead of choosing a sprite, I'm going to go above here where we have paint. There's this brush here which shows paint above. Then when I click paint, it's going to bring for me where I can make my drawings. And at this point here, I just want you to try clicking on, if you convert to bitmap here down here, it means you can either convert to bitmap to make to make joints in it. It helps you to make joints in the body of your, maybe if you're drawing someone, you can make real curves in their body, or you can just, if it's a sticky diagram, you can just stay here where I am in vector, and then let's just draw a sticky boy, just a person who is like a stick with a round head. And in this case here, I told you that to make a drawing, these are the functionalities, and they are the ones you're going to be seeing these functionalities even when we start with Adobe, when we are learning how to do graphics. So these enable us to, when you have this icon here, it has the pointer. It helps you to point on anything that you're drawing and move it. Then this one to change the shape of it, or to maybe, and we have also this is a rubber. Then we have this is a brush for making any drawings. Then this is a jar of color, like you can have your saddling tin, which has a lot of different colors. So even when I click here, this is purple, I can change the color from here, and I fill the color now with green. Then maybe I just come and pour anywhere where I want to pour. And we also have the line. I use this to make a line. I use this one is a rectangle. Oh, sorry, it's a square or a rectangle. If I want a square, I can just make, or if I want a rectangle, I can draw using this. Then this is a circle. I can make a circle using this. You just click. It's easy. You don't have to shake. You just point somewhere, then you move. One finger points and clicks. You point and click, then the other finger moves. You get, if I want it here, I point, then I click on the left. That's your left click, or your what would I say, even on your phone. On your phone, you just click and then you move on the screen. Then this is text, to add text to your work. If I want to just type something here, maybe my name, you can use this for, which has T. So we are going to learn, understand more when we practice. So this is undo, to remove what I did, and this is to redo. When I wrap something and I want it back, I can use this to go in front. So let me just undo everything and we start. I said we are just going to draw, for the beginning, a sticky diagram. Then as we proceed, we are now going to learn how to draw the graphical. I said you come here where there is choose a sprite, then you just go where there is a brush, and then click paint, and then you will come to this platform. So I want to just draw a circle, a head. I want to draw, let's start by, okay, let's just draw a sticky diagram of someone. Everyone has been drawing sticky diagrams, so this should be easy. And at this point here, I'm going to click this circle to draw the head, and then I remove the outline. This is to remove I don't want another line to be, let me show you what happens if I have outline here. When I draw a circle, if you don't want this black line to be outside your circle, you come here to outline and click, then you click on this red line to remove that outline. So I remove the outline, and now when I draw my circle, it will not have that black line. So this is what, if you want a black line to be outside your circle or any drawing, you have to always put the outline. So me, I don't want it, so I'm going to just remove it. And I remove it. Then I want my circle to be color brown. So I will look for brown by clicking. You just be moving this until the color you want. So my brown, I think I just need that kind of color. I don't know whether it's brown, but when I draw my head, it will bring out something like that. And now this head, these are joints. You see where you see dots, you can click on that dot to change the shape, right? To change the shape of that. If you want to maybe increase its size, then those are the dots that you click to change the shape. So this is the circle one. And this is just the head of my sticky diagram. I also want you to try draw a sticky diagram. When I click on this line, I want to now draw a small neck. So I click this, and now this a line you can't fill it with color. That's why you only have an outline. And to increase the size of the line, you just increase maybe to something like 5, and then you maybe change the color. If I want this same color and I don't want to move this, maybe to try adjust, I just click on this. This is a magic selector. It's called a magic selector. When you click on it and then move to where you want, if I want this color, I'll click on the magic selector and then I click on this color, then the line will also be the same color. So when I come, I just draw this using the same color. And after this, I just draw another one like this. Yeah, something like this. Maybe these are the legs and something like that. This is just a stick diagram to help you be familiar with how to be stable while drawing lines. So you just have to be confident, and then maybe my hands are going to be here. After drawing my hands, we want to try to draw someone skipping the rope. Let's try to make a project which enables, a game which enables maybe this boy to, or whether it's a girl, to skip the rope. So the first costume, the person, okay, before you draw even the other costume, now after drawing this, you need to add the eyes. So to add the eyes, you just click on the brush, and for now, just paint white color inside the head. So I look for the white color, and the white color should be, that should work. And then I just come and put some kind of eyes here, and maybe a mouth here. So this is just a simple illustration. And if you want, you can add here, but for now, mine is going to be like the president. So then after that, I'm going to come here to costume 1. So this is my costume. How I think where they have blue highlight, the blue color is highlighting. This is costume 1. If you right click, it will show you duplicate, because if you don't want to keep on drawing, you don't want to waste time to draw something similar to this again, you just duplicate, click on duplicate, then it's going to come again here. Now, after clicking duplicate, I have 2 costumes which are the same. If you want, you can draw the third one by duplicating. Now, these are the same, so you have to change, to make some changes to make them, if you want someone to appear as if now they are skipping the rope, you will now come to, first of all, to add the rope. So the first costume I want to draw when the rope is up. When the rope is up, so I'll come and, I first click on this select, and I just highlight all. Then I first move it down here, because I want the rope to be or somewhere here in the middle. So after it's in the middle, you can delete these ones and duplicate again by clicking. There is always a bucket above. So when I right click, I duplicate again, right click, duplicate. Now there are 3 costumes here. So, excuse me, sir, how do you move from one costume to another? And now, let me first delete this. So this, after drawing, it's one costume here. So when you right click, you duplicate. Then come to the second costume, right click, click on duplicate. So when I click on this, this is costume 3. When I click on costume 2, I got costume 2. When I click on costume 1 comes. And now at this point here, I want these costumes to be different. I want to draw the first costume when the rope is up, and maybe another costume when the rope is straight, another one when the costume is down. Or let's just have two costumes for now, when the rope is up and when the rope is down, or maybe when the rope is somehow slanting. So here, my rope should be color. I choose a brush because a rope is not a line, a rope is not straight. So I choose a line and I just change the color to black. So because my rope, you choose any color that you want, mine should be black. And then I just come here and I draw a rope like that. This is just a sticky diagram, but should be fun before you get to the advanced drawing. And after that, I go to the second costume. This is costume 2. Then I just draw another rope here. The rope now goes down. And if you want, let me just delete the third costume. Let me just try this too, and you see what I mean. So you see when I try click from costume to costume, it appears as if he's keeping the rope. So when you code this to be next costume, the guy will be appearing as if. So if you want, you can even change the legs in one costume such that in the first point, the legs are up. In the second costume, the legs are just straight. So we shall be diving deep into that. But for now, let's just try to draw. I want everyone to try, those who can draw right now, to try and draw this, and then we program and see. Then if you want to draw sticky diagram, if you want to draw a house, you can just click on the house here. Let me see, when I draw a house in the costume 1, maybe those houses we used to draw when we are in primary. When I was in primary, I was a very good artist. I used to draw very nice houses. So I used to have a hat. So let me draw a hat. Remember, then this is for drawing a square. Then if I want to draw maybe a triangle, I just click this. Then I'm just going to come and draw a line here. Sorry, it's too small. So I increase here to maybe 8, the size of the line. And then I just come here and I draw my heart here. So then I fill the color. I can fill the color. So I come to Ja. This one is for filling color. And I just come and click inside. So I first have to draw, the triangle wasn't complete to fill. So if I draw a triangle here, then I click on fill. Maybe my iron sheet should be a different color. So let me choose a different color, which is maybe this. No, let me make them green. I've never seen green iron sheets, but for now we are going to have them. So maybe something like that. Then to draw maybe the windows, I can still click on the square, and then I remove the outline by clicking on this to such that there's no outline. And then I change the color to white, and we'll then have my window. So white, you have to keep on looking for white. That's white. So I just come here to draw maybe I draw a simple door the way we used to draw them, like that. Then I draw a small window here. So that's a simple sticky diagram, which I think even a P1 child can draw. But this time around, you're drawing it on a computer or on your phone. So let's try and do that. So for now, I think that's should be enough to teach you how to draw. If I've drawn something that I don't want, For example, and I want to delete, to rub it, you click on the rubber and then you just rub using the rubber. You can increase the thickness, how big your rubber is, by coming here and increasing. Mine is 40, you can take it up to 100 if you want a larger rubber. So with time, tomorrow maybe we shall be looking at these other functionalities, how to group, ungroup, forward, all this front, back, and then we shall be excited to be great artists as we proceed. Now, let's now try to draw a background. So someone is saying, let's try making an app, please. Okay, but we just didn't want to go fast. We have to understand all the concepts before trying to make. If you miss concepts, then even when you're making an app, it's going to be a little bit hard for you because you didn't understand the concepts. So do we use the same program, the same programming? I don't know what Daniela, you're saying, the same programming in doing what? And then we have Ruth saying, how do we make another costume? So we just duplicate and we just right click. If I want to make another, these are two costumes. If I want to make another one, I can either just come here down and I paint another one, or if I want to make it from this, I duplicate, I right click, then I duplicate, then it comes here. But if I want to make one which is different from this, I can just come here and paint another one, then it comes here and I start over. But I don't want always to, if it's going to be the same person with different costumes, drawing another person will waste more much of your time. So I just duplicate this one, then I come and grab what I don't want to be in this costume and I put what I want to be in this costume. And if you want to delete, you click on the bucket and then you just duplicate. So people are excited to make apps. Don't worry. Next week we shall be presenting. By this week we should learn how to make the apps, because we want, when you're presenting on Monday in the competition, we want some people to have games, some people to have educational apps, applications, to have different stuff. So that means between today, tomorrow, and Saturday, we have to do a lot, because we are finishing. We shall not have a training on Sunday. We shall be finishing either tomorrow or on Saturday. So we have to be practicing now, as we shall give you only Sunday to make your project, Sunday and Saturday. Now, to paint, I've finished painting a simple sticky diagram, and now I want to paint a background. So I click on background here. I come to, yesterday we were just getting backgrounds from scratch or from internet. Right now, when you want to make your own, you come here, then click on paint a new background. Then you will have something like this also to paint a new background. And painting a new background, at this point here, maybe I'm going to give a chance to someone else to draw. I want someone to try to draw a background. I don't know who is willing to try draw for us a background using your own ideas, such that let's have to, then if you get stuck, I'll guide you. Anyone who is out there and wants to share their screen and draw for us a background? Or we have whom? Sean, if you also want to maybe teach us how to draw. Okay, we have AC. AC, please, let me stop my screen and you share your screen. Then you take us through drawing a bit. Try drawing. If you get stuck, then I'm going to guide you how to draw it. So please share your screen. If you're also not ready, then we can have someone who is ready to share the, okay, that's perfect. Let me unmute you so that you can be elaborating as you take us through. So keep your hand up such that I can see you here and unmute you. Okay. Okay, you can now click unmute, then you take us through.
Okay, so first I'm going to rub this cut, and then I'm going to draw my own background.
Now, to draw a background,
so I'm going to press the page.
To draw a background is at the left, the one which has backdrops is where you go to draw a background.
Oh, this one.
Yes, yes, the last one. So you go and paint the background.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Paint. So you go to the paintbrush icon, and then here where it says fill, you can just choose a color that you want to use. So I'm going to use purple, and then you can just color. Then after coloring, I'm not so sure what to do after you color.
What do you want to do after you color? You want to draw what you want to draw? But that's really nice. I see you're trying to draw clouds.
Yes.
So what do you want to do so I can guide you?
So now I want to put the clouds, make the clouds as the background.
Because now what you've drawn is a background.
To make the clouds move.
To make the clouds.
Yes. So how do I put it back in the area where the code is?
You click on code.
Okay. And then it has come. Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see your background. All right, that's nice. That's nice to have your first background like that. And you can also make the clouds to move by having many costumes, and you program the clouds to be moving. And then the raindrops, you can make them. Yesterday I was making my bullets as sprites. So when you make the bullets as the rain as sprites, then you make the clones of them, then they will be appearing as if they are falling down. And then you can change their colors. So we shall be getting to that, but I'm so excited that you are also confident, and you are creative. You manage within 1 minute to come up with such a drawing. And so when you're done, Sean is also going to come and try to draw for us something. Then I will now take over to teach you something. So Ruthie says, so I need your help on how to make a game of many characters in it. Very good. So that's where we are going to come to when we start advanced training. And for those of you who will get time after the training, Sean You can get in touch with Sean. Sean is now experienced. He makes games with many characters. You can also team up with him and also learn from him. We shall be sharing his email and also the emails of other people in other cohorts who are somehow ahead of us here. But tomorrow and also Saturday, we are going to be doing games with many characters on maybe some kind of apps with many characters. So Sean, share your screen. And maybe you said you wanted to teach us how to. I want to teach how to draw pixel art. Okay, you share your screen and teach us how to draw pixel art. And then you try to explain. Let me unmute you so you can be explaining. Okay, I'm going to give you, okay, you can take 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes.
Hello everyone, my name is Sean and I'm going to teach you all how to draw pixel art. For that, we're going to need to use Bitmap Mode. So I'm going to delete both these sprites here. So as I delete them, let me delete this one.
Sean, do you know why you are choosing Bitmap?
Like,
so you try to explain as you're explaining someone who doesn't know anything. Thank you. Okay, now proceed.
I'm Solomon, you're me? Okay, so I use Bitmap Mode because it's one that's like, it doesn't have precision in it. It's mostly with squares, but in vector mode, that's like, it makes a lot of curvy things. And in pixel art, we try to make a lot of like squarey stuff. So here's my sprite character. I want to delete this away without like right clicking here and clicking delete. So what I do, I come here, I click here, I select outline, and then I let go, right? And then I click delete right here. Until these circles, then I get a paintbrush. So here is black. We're going to use color black. Right now it's looking like a circle. Let me reduce it. So this usually will be a circle here. Do you see it as a circle? I mean a square. Hello?
We can hear
Hello?
this. Go ahead, Sean. Just try to be illustrating why you're using whatever you're using.
Okay. So I'm zooming in a lot because I want it to be so small and precise. Like I be very precise, because if I draw one sprite here,
How are you zooming
and
in?
then I try to select it, you click here. You see this icon, the plus icon here, click in to zoom in. And then you click the minus to zoom out. So I see this plus icon here. If you want to center it properly, I click here, and then it will highlight something here, like a square. And then you press it here, and it will automatically be centered.
Ashon, I can't hear you. You can always unmute yourself. It's you who is me have not muted you. Just unmute yourself.
So as I said, like the precision will come from when you draw your sprite with the paintbrush. So if I'm to draw like this blob here, and I select it, that you highlight it like how you go normally on your Windows computer and select a background to highlight. You just highlight it like this, and then you click the cross here and make it precise, and it will be right here in the middle, exactly in the middle. So I'm going to wrap this off and go to bitmap mode. So now you see in bitmap mode, everything is square. The brush, the line. So you see this looks like a square, but if I keep reducing it reduces size and starts gaining more shape like a square. You see this? This is a square here. So let me first wrap this off. Now, if I'm trying to start with a simple pixel art, I'm going to create a small character for like a platform game. So I get my paintbrush and I use these lines to, these boxes here to help me. So I click here once and I've made one circle. You see, this is the paintbrush, but this is what I've created. And I click here twice again. I click here again and I click and I click and I click, and it goes on like that. So now you're making a square like artish character. I know you would use a rectangle. You think it would be easier to use a rectangle, but here it's like more precision. So I go back to my paintbrush, keep painting, then I make like a square-ish character. So now I'm going to get my bucket here. So you see the bucket. I can choose any color here. So let me choose green. If I choose green, it can like, here it has said the background is now green because I've clicked out of it. So let me undo this and click inside. It will fill the whole thing, like pouring paint on it. And you've created a green background inside. Also, there's this little button here you can use to select. So if I click this, it's like a color picker. I click this black color here. Once I've clicked it, I can even repaint this outside and it will paste and make everything black. So let me undo this. And I go to the paintbrush again. So now we want to make eyes for the character. So this is the character. I'm making its eyes. I want it to be very detailed. So I'm going to use white and black as like the detail in the eye. So I'll turn it back to black. And then put white again. By reducing these modules you see here, there is color, saturation, and brightness. So I click here and it will become white and it looks like the eyes are looking blue. So now I'm going to make for it a nice mouth. And there's your character for you. Now here it may look small in the actual background when you're going to code. It looks so small. So what you do, you see the size here. You can reset it with any number. If I click 20, I press enter, it reduces that size. So now I'm going to make it 400. And you see it has grown bigger and there's the character. So now you can start with a code. So I say when green flag is clicked, forever. Then we say if. This is the if key, like if conditions that will help your character determine like where to go. So I go in sensing, then I use this key. If key, right arrow pressed, I'm going to move 10 steps because it moves 10 steps this side to the right. And I'm going to duplicate this code and put it here again. So I'll make it this time left arrow pressed. I'll do it -10 because I want it to go this side. If I press left arrow, it goes to the left, to the right. So I try the code, it will move left and right. So now you want to add a little animation into it. So I go back into costumes, I duplicate this character, and then here I try to edit the white color. So I go back to white, the square here, make it black, and do that again. Then here I'll make it black, come with white, and put it right here. And I also want to fix the smile. So what I'm going to do is first grab this, reduce the rubber. So when you click here, you wrap the mouth. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead, please. Interesting.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, so you come back here with the black color, and then I use the mouth and I start drawing a mouth again because I want it to be exchanging the costume. Let me fill here. I get the bucket again and I use my color picker. So I pick the color, I click green, then I press into these white holes and I fill them up. You see that? There is the character's face. So now what I'm going to do, I go to the code and I say if key right arrow pressed, I go to looks and I say switch costume 2 because that's the first costume there. So the costume, it will like go right when it's there, and then if it's going left, it will be in costume 3. So let's check it out. Now you can see it's changing the look of its side. The eyes are moving and you can see it. So it has more detail and you can make a platformer game with this. Thank you. That's how we make pixels.
Now, I also want you to share with us how to make a head which is now more graphical. Maybe a person, a person one animation which is graphical.
I beg your pardon?
Can you make Footloop as a person who is more graphical?
Like a real person?
Just a small head and
a stick man?
Yeah, not a stick man, just a head which is more graphical.
Okay.
It is not
as I said, I select the whole thing by holding the left click. Let me come here. Hold left click and I delete this. So what I'm going to do is, let me try using vector. So in vector here we have a paintbrush, but I'm going to use a line. You see this line here? I want it to be black. So as it's black, I could draw this. And then you wonder, but it's very straight. How are you going to draw a perfect face? What I do is I click where's the button? Where is it? I select this. Where is the button? Okay, you click this thing that like reshapes it, then you click on this. So you see these dots, they help in moving it. So if I click here, I've added a dot. And when I do this, it makes this stick bend. And then you can also do this to help bend it even further. So now I'm trying to, let me draw like an egg guy. I go back to my stick, I draw one here, then I go back to this reshape. It's called the reshape button. So I click on this and I click in the middle. So as I put this here, I connect the dots, then I put this here like this. So now I've made like a headish person. Now I get my stick again. I draw another one here and another one here. So if I come, I click here, add a dot. I go here. Now I want to draw for this character like a tie. So back to my stick, I do this, this, this. Then I make him a tie. Let me reshape this. I click on the reshape icon and these circles help moving and reshaping. Now to draw the smile, the smiley face, I click the reshape button. I do this. I click here, and I make like a smiley face. Get another stick. I connect this, then I click the reshape button. This will connect. And then you made the smiley face. So now I'm going to get the stick again and make like teeth for the character. I click the reshape button if it's not very accurate. Now I can use the circle to make eyes. So here's the eye. Click this to select this, and I move this. Now we've got the eyes. So I get the paintbrush, click on black, and reduce the size. As I reduce the size, I make like pupils for the character. Also, I can draw a nose for it. That's the nose of the character. So now I want him to look like a real person. So I get the fill bucket here, and I click, I increase the brightness. Then I choose in one of these colors, which would look more realish. So there I've got like a peach color. I click on the person. Let me go to Bitmap. You see how it has changed because this is Bitmap. It changes like it look like a square, but then when you go to vector, it changes, and like Bitmap saves it. So if you go to vector, it doesn't matter if the character has been changed because Bitmap saved it the other way. So now you've seen how to fill the character. So I'm going to get a bucket and fill the tie with red. Go back to Bitmap. I do this. Then fill the shirt with white. And then you've got a nice looking character. Turn this to black. So if I go in backdrops, I fill it. I want to fill the whole backdrop. So I'm going to fill it with black. But then you see it has changed here. So I'm going to choose a better color. So let me try green. And then you fill the character here. So we go back to the character and fill this other gap inside of it. And there you got your character. And that's how your character will look like, this funny blob man. Thank you.
That's absolutely nice. And I hope everyone has enjoyed. And we shall always, you can always get in touch and maybe you team up with other colleagues, then we learn. So now, we have now learned how to draw, how to make our own drawings. And yes, normally we are having lessons tomorrow to pick up from today. Now, let me share my screen. And anyone who always wants to share their screen, you're free to let me know so I can allow you to do that. And let me just check in there. Yeah, it's really a great drawing. So let me now summarize with this drawing. And so this is simple. This is a sticky diagram, which is a little bit boring. And when you put the green flag here, the code here, I told you it will appear as if someone is keeping the rope. So you just have to get the forever and put it here. Then you just get the to looks and put next costume. And that should be, and then you put, go to control, get the weight, and that should be all. And then when you click the green flag, it will appear as if someone is keeping the rope. And this is just to teach you how to be comfortable making your drawings. So today, at this point now, we want to try to, someone has a question, how can I save my character or sprite so that I use many more times again? Yeah, so you can save your project, and you can always get, we shall show you how to get sprites from a different, a sprite from a different project to another project, or how to save your character to be like a picture, and to be like a picture which you can get from how to, let me try to. So, and someone has says, why does the house come on and off? The house comes on and off because when you go to my costumes, I drew the house in the first costume, but in the next costume, it's not there. So if I want the house in the next costume, I can just come here and I click on the select, then I select my whole house. And then I just copy, I click on copy. Then I come to the next costume here, then I just click on paste, and then it's going to come here. So the house will keep on staying there because it's in all costumes. So then the next thing we are going to do now, we are going to proceed to, okay, let's do just a simple how to draw a background, then we go on. So I was saying, when I click on the backdrop here, and then I click paint, so I can draw my backdrop. This is this looks, this was drawn already, so let me delete it. And then I delete also this. I want to have one backdrop. And the easiest way you can draw a background very easily within 1 minute, you can just have maybe click on the rectangle here, and then maybe change the color for the ground to be, the ground can be green for grass. Then I just draw something like this. And then the next thing I want to draw is maybe to have a road or to have the clouds. So I can have, come here, then I change the color to the color of clouds, maybe something like that. Sorry, sorry, I didn't. So I come here and I change the color to the color of, so clouds can be that color. So then I come and just draw something here. So these are simple diagrams that you can you can come up with. If you don't want to waste much time, you want a project going on. And after this, then you can have to add clouds. So I can just come to maybe circle here, and I just I change the color to white. So that should be white. Sorry, I keep on forgetting to, you first have to click here such that you make another drawing. And now when I can, or you can use paint to draw a cloud. So let me just use paint to draw the clouds, and then change the color to white and draw just some things. You can increase the size of the brush, something bigger. Then you just have something maybe. But if you use the circle, if I use the circle, which I like most, I can just draw something like this. Then I maybe make it somehow small here. Then I just copy it. Then I paste it here. Sorry. I can click it, I copy. Then I paste here. Then I make it here. Then I again paste another one. Then I just put it as if now they are clouds. And now when I highlight this, I bring it this side, I can have something like clouds. Those are just simple drawings. And I can make a road by clicking on the rectangle here. Then I just come and choose color black. You just have to think whatever comes in your mind is what you go with. Then I just make maybe something like this to cross over. And then I increase, maybe my road is going to be in the middle here. And I just go to line and then choose the color to white. Choose the color to white. So to white, then increase the size to maybe 15 and just come here and draw the partitions of the lining of the road. So this is simple art, which I believe everyone can start with for the beginners to make your drawings. So I realize now your house is on the road, so you can go back to the sprite, click on sprite, then come and highlight, click anywhere, then first click on the pointer, then click anywhere here and just highlight everything, then move your house a little bit there. So you come to this one as well, highlight it in the next costume, then also put it above the road. So that should be it. And now my Tom here is skipping the rope on the road, and maybe you can decide to move him. Tom can move. So when I stop this, I can move Tom to be moving, skipping his rope the other side. And you can make more drawings. So because we are left with less than 30 minutes, I wanted to introduce a new concept, but then keep on practicing. We shall keep on, as we do more projects, we shall be making more drawings and going into the advanced stage of drawing and drawing people who are a little bit three-dimensional. But because we have a lot of concepts to learn, we shall be learning small with time. Then we practice, and then we ensure that within this week, we have covered at least every part of code and every concept. Then we shall now keep on advancing. So at this point here, I just wanted to, so I think then I'll also give a chance to, at the end, to Sean to explain to us how to make the background to move. You know, when a car is moving, when you're in a car, you always see as if the surrounding is moving. So you can always have maybe a car moving here and your background keeps on moving to show people that you are actually to really, it's called the parallax effect in gaming, and because things appear to be moving in the opposite direction to you, and they appear to be actually, when you look in the cloud, when you are here on the ground, the things in the air appear to be smaller or moving slower than us. You can see an aeroplane as if it's moving slower than a car, yet actually in real life, the aeroplane is moving faster than the car. So that's the parallax effect that we are going to be talking about here. So then let's now try to do something else. Now, at this point here, let me just save this project, click on File, and then I save. And I save this, yes, it already has a name, so I save it. And then I just click on File, New Project to start learning. I want to teach something else. So yeah, it's okay, you can teach tomorrow, but even at the end of this, we shall give you 3 minutes to teach us how to make how the backgrounds to move. So I realize that you explain it better, so we shall give you a chance. All right, so how to make a scrolling background, it's okay for tomorrow, it's fine. Now let's proceed. You can also invite Sean, you can invite your colleagues, Jeremy, Kiza, they're also good at explaining in your cohort. They can also come and help our friends to also understand other concepts better. Kyle, I think some of them are back. Those of Kyle are in school in Kenya. So Kenyan schools are already working. So maybe if they will be free by around 4:30, then they can also join us. And then now at this point here, I want to try to make an application, a simple application which helps me to record people's names, people's age, people's schools. People can just come in and sign in or log in, and then the application registers. So let me show you what I am trying to signify. So what else? I just want to delete the cat. And at this point here, I want to invite, let me just draw. I want to maybe draw my application here. And this application, I'll just go to Paint. And when I click on, this time I'm painting painting a what? A sprite. So I come to paint a sprite and I just draw a simple rectangle. I come to rectangle and my rectangle should be any color that can work. So I just click rectangle here. And after drawing this rectangle, this means I can move it such that it occupies the whole screen. And on this rectangle, I want someone to say, click, this should say someone. I click on text and I choose the font here, which I like using Pixel, and I choose the color to white. Then I just come and click here and I tell someone, click here to log in or to sign in. So I don't know which word you're familiar with, but any. So you can space them well because you want them to be clear to someone. Click here to sign in, and then you just want to make this to be at the center. So I click on it and I make sure it's It's at the center. And after this, I want to now add a background. So I come here to background, I paint my own background. And my background, I just decide to fill this color because I want to just make something very simple. So I fill the color with maybe, let me see. Yeah, I fill the color. I just come and click on my jar here. Then I come convert to bitmap. After converting to bitmap, when I click anywhere here, the color is going to be occupying the whole screen such that doesn't. Now, after that, I come back and click on my sprite and I just name it. Instead of sprite 1, I say start button. This is, I'm now going away from people because when someone is playing, I just want them, if they're using a phone play, I just want them to click on the screen, not to look again for the green flag. That's why this will be my starting. So this will be my start button on my application. And so whenever someone clicks this, it should be able to sign in. So I now go to the code to put that, that functionality. But before I go to the code, I've given this a name. And the next thing I want to do is to come and draw another sprite. So I come here now, I draw the login sprite for logging in. So I come here to sprite and I draw the login. So since I want them to be at the same, maybe at the same point, okay, even let me just draw something else. So I just come to square and at the square, I will choose a color to green. So I choose green, which is somewhere there. And I'm going to have to draw something here. And then I draw another one here. So don't worry if they are together. It's the code which is going to change them. The code will change them and they will appear the way you want. And so this is just a simple application where people in school can come and maybe register and then they log in the application to access their information. So after this, let me first undo this. This one is for login and I just click on text. Then I add the text inside. Then I say, I change the color to white or any color that will be clear inside green. Let me see, login or sign in. Sign in, and then I space. After that, I just center it somewhere there. And now at this point, I want to go to another. Then sign in. And then after this, I come here and name. This is now not sprite 1. I remove sprite 1 and I call it sign in. This is my sign in button. And then I want to draw the last one, which is for sign up when someone wants to register. They don't have an account yet, but they want to register. So I come here to paint another sprite. I come to paint another sprite and I paint. I click paint, then I just come and draw the same rectangle here. I change the color to this time round, let it be blue. And let me have blue. Yes, blue is here. And then I just draw it maybe somewhere down here. So because of time, I'm not going to do more. I'm just going to explain now how to someone to register and to sign in. So let me just put it somewhere here. So here I add text, I click text, then I add, and then I change my color to white. Then I click here and I say sign up. Someone doesn't have an account, they need to sign up. And then I just put it at the center here. Now after this, I now need to code. And when I go to my code, this I first name this sign up. We shall do more about apps maybe tomorrow. Sign up. And I want to say when green flag is clicked, for the sign up, when green flag is clicked, it should hide. So I go to looks. Whenever someone clicks the green flag, it hides. Or whenever we start the game, okay, whenever the green flag is clicked, it hides. Let's just start with this. Then I also go to sign in and I say control when green flag is clicked, go to looks and hide. It should not be seen before someone actually clicking on click here. So when I say green flag, for them, someone is only going to see click here to log in. Now, at this point here, you go to click here to log in and you add code. You say when this sprite, it's now a sprite, when someone clicks it, go to green flag and choose when sprite is clicked. When this sprite click to login is clicked, what should happen? It should hide. So click looks and go to hide. And when green flag is clicked, go to events. Whenever green flag is clicked, it should show. Click looks and it shows, because this is the starting point. So after this, I now need to add another sprite. So I come and paint another sprite for adding maybe questions. Then I just come paint here, paint, and I just want to add a list. We shall look at lists, but for now we shall not. We are going to look at lists and variables tomorrow. For now, I just want to use a simple example. So I just come here and I choose square. Then I choose maybe gray, and I convert to bitmap. So not square. Let me have a square. Let me just fill something like this. You can fill it the color, or you can just use a square. I decided to draw. So choose convert, go back, choose this, and then you go. So then you go to code. This is now I'm going to call it the screen for, it's going to be like my screen. And when I go to code and I say, when green flag is clicked, it should hide. So I go to looks and I click hide, such that whenever someone clicks the green flag, for it hides. But so this is a screen. Now I go back to my start button and I say, when this sprite is clicked, you hide, and then I want I want the screen to show up. So I need to find a way of saying whenever the sprite, this sprite is, someone has a question. Okay, Sean, you have a question, you're raising up your hand. Please unmute yourself and let's see what you have to say, or if a question or a recommendation.
So I was saying that Zach joined, so he can explain a concept.
Oh, Zach joined. He can explain a concept. Okay, let me just summarize this. Then we give Zach a chance also to say something or to explain a concept. Now, whenever this sprite, someone clicks, it disappears. And then, okay, let's just have this, this screen. And then we ask, hide, and then you go to sensing. And you ask, there's this, ask what is your name? Ask what's your name and wait. So after asking what is your name, sorry, after asking what's your name, let's try and click the green flag and see. When I click here, it asks someone, what is your name? And someone puts in their name. After someone answering, maybe then you come and get another ask. Where do you come from? Okay, how old are you? How old are you? Then you can have another one maybe which says, ask, where do you study? Let's get the school. Okay, so that's it for just the example for this. So when I press the green flag, it shows when someone clicks here to sign in, they should actually go to register, but we shall explain that tomorrow. But this is what I wanted. So when someone says, I am Doreen, then presses enter, then they ask Doreen's age, maybe put some 6, enter. Then they ask, where do you study? Then says maybe, can say I study at Moi Educational Center. So that information is going to be stored in your system. You can also add here someone to enter their password. Ask maybe enter your password such that someone's password is registered. When they want to log in, they will just be using their password. Enter password. So that's so today, because of time, we are not going to finish this application. I think tomorrow we are just now going to be doing applications, and we shall get a chance to conclude on this, and then we start something. I just wanted to conclude, and I give Zachary to also